Hi everyone, I've been asked to do the Fibre Arts tag by the Straw Family Farm, and Christy from there didn't know I knit, so she's asked me to do the tag, so I'm going to do it the best I can. The first question is, who are you? My name is Elizabeth Perron, and I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. I have a cat named B, and I'm married, and I have a husband named Roy that you will see probably on Sunday because I'm going to be doing a question and answer video. When and why did you start crocheting, spinning, or weaving? I started because one of my neighbors, where I used to live in Ontario in a little place called Lawrenceboro, one of my neighbors was an older neighbor, and she always was knitting, and she offered when I was quite a bit younger for me to do knitting. So I started knitting way back then, and I always enjoy doing it. And I've done it off and on for the last while. What is your favorite or proudest make? It's the socks that I'm doing now. I found a group here in Vancouver called Knit 1T1. We meet on Saturday mornings, and back in December the lady there that runs it offered this class on how to make knitted socks. So I took it, and it was two session class for about 3 hours each, and I took it, and I've been making socks ever since. What is your most disastrous? Quite a few years ago, I made my uncle a sweater, and it was really too big for him. If I sort of glance to the side, it's because I'm glancing at my computer to see the questions. Do you have a favorite place to buy yarn? I like to buy them at Wool's Not Enough or the Big Little Yarn Store where I go Saturday, but I also find Walmart has a good selection of yarn to buy. What is your most used or loved pattern? I would say right now it's the sock pattern, but that might change as time goes, but that's the one I've been doing of, and I'm also doing an Afghan right now for my sister-in-law. Your most dreaded knitting spinning task is Judy's Magic Cast On that I use for these socks that I do. It's casting on with one needle, and I've never done it before, and I had to learn also how to increase a different way because they start from the toe up, so it's interesting. It's been a challenge, but the more pair of socks I've done, the better I'm getting at it. What is your favorite crafting entertainment? I'd say to be knitting and stuff, and I do like to go to craft shows and stuff that they've got in the area. For patterns, do you prefer books, magazines, Revelry? I get patterns in my email. When I got this sock pattern, of course it was from the class. The Afghan pattern I'm using was on some yarn that I bought at Walmart. So, I'm just using patterns, that I get, and sometimes I do look at Revelry and other places, to find a pattern, but try patterns from all over. But most of the patterns that I got are patterns that people have sent me or handed down through the past. What is your favorite brand of knitting needles or crochet? Well, that question is, right now I'm using bamboo for the socks, and when I do the Afghans, the Afghans, I'm using circular needles, and they're metal. Now I've heard that you can get the cable and then put different ends on it, which I want to try. I've never tried that before. And what is your favorite? Okay, that says spinning wheel. What is your favorite notion or tool? One of my favorite notions right now is stitch markers, because when I'm doing these socks, I gotta mark them. I also use these pins. Trying They're little safety pins that you can see, and I have to use them for the socks because there's places that I gotta pick up stitches and stuff. And I was trying to do it with thread, but it didn't work. But I find it a lot better using these safety pins. What is your current favorite project? Well, my current favorite project right now is doing the socks that I've been knitting. Like, this is one of the ones here for my friend Kelly. Life as a millwife for her daughter's fundraiser. I really like that color of yarn. It's flamingo colored, and I'm doing a pair of that, and I'm doing a pair of blue that I'm almost finished. Favorite place to knit, crochet, spin in public? It's the place I go to Saturday mornings. There's lots of people that knit and crochet there, and I love it because it's really good, and I've made a lot of friends and socialized. Okay, now we're going to carry on. Sorry, I had a little bit of a cold there, so I had to take a little bit of a break. Your favorite place was where I knit on Saturdays at Wool Is Not Enough store, Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I don't really have a favorite Fibre art book that I follow. I used to subscribe to some magazines, and I don't really have a Fibre art book that I subscribe to. Any other hobbies? I'm quite involved with the computer. I like to work on a computer, do volunteering at the SPCA where I got some stuff and I sent it to Straw Family Farm, where Krista's from, that nominated me for this. And I also like to watch sports on TV. I'm watching the baseball game with the Toronto Blue Jays in the background, in fact, as I'm recording this video. If you could meet anyone in the Fibre community, in the Fibre arts community, who would you meet? Well, my answer would be I'd like to meet Christy because I really like her as a friend, and she's been involved with animal cruelty and stuff, and she seems like a really nice woman. I would love to meet her, and you never know, it might happen, although she's away down in Oklahoma. But I always like to look at their animals too, as well. And question 17, okay, that's part of question 17. Rapid fire questions. Knit or crochet? Of course, mine would be knit. Never done crochet. Weave or spin? I think I'd like to do spinning because I've seen the way how people have spin using a spinning wheel, and there probably is other methods, but I really, I think it would be good. Color or neutrals? I like colors better, something that's colorful. Guess I'm a colorful woman, you would say. And sweater or socks? Right now I prefer to say socks. I've done sweaters in the past. I did one with a Holstein cow on the back and a couple of Fair Isle sweaters, in fact, but they were years ago. So I'd like to thank Christy again for nominating me for this challenge, and it's been fun doing it. And I would like to nominate my friend Kelly, Life of a Millwife, to do this. And if there's any other knitters that are on my YouTube channel that want to do this, they can do the Fibre Arts Challenge. The questions will be in the description. So take care, everyone, and God bless.